Now, the coronavirus pandemic has forced adjustments in the parliamentary and judiciary routine, with likely effects on delivery of justice and lawmaking. Well, speakers of the bicameral parliament have suspended all foreign travel by MPs and staff, restricted visits to the August House, and instructed MPs who have in the last 14 days returned from countries affected by the virus to undergo tests. Now, in the judiciary, only lawyers and litigants with cases listed for hearing will access courtrooms to avoid crowding. And as Francis Gachuri reports, hugs and handshakes are banned within the court premises.
The coronavirus extraordinary situation has prompted extraordinary solutions from public institutions to avert spread of the infectious virus. In Parliament, Speaker of the National Assembly Justin Muturi and his Senate counterpart Ken Lusaka have, in a circular address to lawmakers and members of staff, issued a raft of guidelines as part of precautionary measures in the wake of Kenya's first confirmed coronavirus case. The speakers have suspended all foreign travel by members and staff of Parliament and directed that all conferences and retreats be held within precincts of Parliament in Nairobi. Visits to Parliament by schools and other groups have been stopped, and visits by other citizens on official capacity will be restricted. House committees have been asked to defer any sitting scheduled outside Parliament buildings, with official engagements that were to be held within precincts of Parliament in the next 30 days called off. Members of Parliament and staff who have in the last 2 weeks returned into the country from countries with confirmed coronavirus cases have been asked to undergo tests. Health Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe, while appearing before the Joint Parliament Committee on Health, sought political leaders' input in sensitizing the public on the deadly virus.
Those of us who go out there and we are talking to our audiences in barazas, we are talking to them whether for BBI or other controversial, non-controversial issues. Tafadhalini, when we are out there, just before the controversial issue starts, please talk to these people and tell them about coronavirus.
In the corridors of justice, stringent precautionary measures have been crafted, with the Law Society of Kenya Executive Committee meeting on Monday to deliberate on the health threat facing their members, judicial officers and litigants.
And also to avoid congestion, so that we should only attend to matters that are so urgent. If there is need for the court to sit to accommodate a larger number of people, then adequate measures must be undertaken to ensure that there is proper ventilation and that such a sitting does not prevail for a long period of time as to expose members of the public to danger.
A draft copy of the guidelines to be deliberated on by the Judicial Service Commission tomorrow requires all persons seeking to access courts to wash their hands at the gates, and alcohol-based sanitizers placed strategically at courtroom doors. Only parties named in the day's course list and their lawyers will be allowed in to avoid overcrowding. Prisoners, remandees and accused persons will be required to wash their hands as they enter courtrooms or cells. Shaking hands and hugging will be banned within court premises, and so is gathering in crowds. Those who fail to adhere to these guidelines will be ejected from the court's buildings. Francis Gachuri, Citizen TV.